Sometimes our consciousness may react quite strange to some certain things, or at least it may react reserved, and same it reacts to the brand called Kia. It's difficult to comprehend that these automobiles are very cool. It's hard to get used to the fact that Kia can be competitive among famous car brands. But if you're about to buy a car, I highly recommend you to pay your attention to this brand. I'm not gonna wave its crankshaft in the air trying to compare it to Nissan Silvia's crankshaft, saying, look at Kia's one, it's much better, because this is not a commercial, and I don't even expect much from it. I only want this car to bring me no problems the first 100,000 miles. I want this car to have a comfortable suspension that swallows pits and bumps. I want it to be big, reliable, comfortable and cozy, with good headlights and responsible steering. And also, I don't want this car to cost me a bloody fortune because of the taxes. I don't want it to drink gallons of fuel, and I don't want it to be overpriced. And apart from that, I don't want this car to lose a lot from its price when I sell it after I drive it for a couple of years. And KIA Mohave can give me all that. This is a D3 test drive. Let's go. When I reviewed this automobile, there were lots of comments about it, and then I tested a Kia Stinger. Why? Simply because I can, and my audience asked me to test that car. That's why I told my team that we have to do it, and so we did. And as a result, I've got lots of responses from different morons who were saying that Davidich sold out, Kia bribed him. I do get money from commercials, but not from Kia. And some people even showed video response to my test drives, and one of them concerned our recent Range Rover test drive. It has nothing to do with this video, but still I want to tell about it. So, the guy who's buying and reselling these Range Rovers, and perhaps even repairing them, he shot his own video which he decided to call Response to Eric Davidich. Unfortunately, I didn't remember the name of that guy, but still he told lots of interesting things about this car. However, consciously or not, he simply confirmed everything I had said about this automobile. That's why I wouldn't call that video a respond, that's a report. So send me more of your reports. I always pay my attention and watch them. Thank you. And now let's talk about Kia. What exactly the owner of this car decided to buy it for? They need to transport their mom, like to the hospital and other places, and they do it often, and also they have a dog. That is why they were interested in the warranty. They needed a reliable car that will serve for a long time, and this particular automobile has more than 5 years warranty, and you can even prolong it. And this automobile has a diesel engine, so it's absolutely not about racing. But if you still wonder how fast it is, it can compete with a 5-liter V8 G-Wagon. This car has an amazing multimedia system. It has so many cool features in the menu that even BMW may learn, and I'm gonna show it to you later. It's very cool. And it's fast and not laggy. I remember even Toyotas to be laggy and slow, I mean the previous models, but here it works amazingly. And also I like this interior. The owner of this car told me that once she nearly got into an accident while driving 80 on a wet, rainy road, and that felt very uncomfortable. That's why I decided to drive it to the city of Tula and check everything myself. I say it once again, this car was not made for racing at all. It was made for calm, peaceful driving, for getting from point A to point B and making some simple everyday tasks. Concerning its engine and the chassis, this car has a 3-liter turbo engine, a diesel one, and it has 249 horsepower, which are sharp enough to stay in tax limit and make this car and its maintenance quite economic. And I think it's very important when they offer you a product which is not supposed to drag all the money out of your pocket. Don't you think so? And if you look at the price of this automobile, and it costs 52,000 here in Russia, but if you deduct 52% taxes, the car itself should cost around 25. And if you also deduct the delivery, all the commercials, and official warranty, and you will understand that they are giving away this automobile only for 20,080 bucks, and that's the fattest configuration. It's all-wheel drive, it has windshield HUD, and it even has diode optics. 20,080 bucks, that's how cheap they give away this automobile. For 20,000, what other brand can offer you such a configuration? A car that you can drive for 5 years without any problems. Talking about the appearance of this car, I would call it quite reserved. Frankly speaking, I do like its headlights, because they look strict and formal. And the back of the car, I would say it's controversial. Someone may like it, someone may not. So far I didn't make up my mind. Of course there are things I do not like in its rear part, but at the same time there are things I find okay. And also I have to add that this car doesn't have any good noise insulation. And that's the thing I found out only now. Some people like to say, Davidich, you are inconsistent. First you say one thing and then you say the opposite. That's right. That's because I faced the car for the first time when I tested, and I do it on purpose. I never get prepared. I want my reviews to be live and honest. I think they could have done a better noise insulation. But nevertheless, yesterday I put down this window. I touched it over here and found out that it has a double glazing. I simply don't know what car can be its competitor, and it costs only 52,000 bucks. For this money, it's very cool. Right now we're driving at 87 miles per hour. Let's speed up. It's 95 and it's 2.4 at the tachometer, and it simply sails the road. It's very comfortable. And also it has good brakes. If you sit behind the steering wheel, speed it up and hit the brakes, you'll stay pleased. The reaction to the pedal is very fast. However, I have no idea how this braking system is gonna work in winter. That's also important. On a highway at the speed of 80 miles per hour, this car is 9.6 liters of fuel for 100 kilometers, which is 60 miles. These are very good numbers, and that's the average consumption, so let's get the maximum. 105, 112, 120, 125 miles per hour, and it's 3.2 at the tachometer. I didn't expect that. That's incredible for a 3-liter diesel engine. It's wonderful. Okay, this car is not same fast as an X5M, of course, or even a regular X5, but when you drive a Land Cruiser at 125 miles per hour, it nearly faints. Wait a second, it's got a speed limiter, it can't go any faster. I guess that's the top speed, with the engine speed at about 3.2 at the tachometer. Okay, so we drove some distance away from Moscow, and we are about to get off the highway. And both our cars had full tanks of fuel. How much you left, guys? A little bit more than half a tank. And we have lost only 1 bar, and the fuel consumption on such a speed is only 13 liters. To my eyes, the Land Cruiser has just died, the 200. Yeah, the Cruiser consumes like a beast. However, no matter how much I like this automobile, anyway, it should have some screw-ups. Even despite its having quite a reasonable price, mostly because it's made with perfected but all technologies, but anyway, Kia. What the hell is this? I want you guys to pay good attention to this molding. Just look at the bad quality of painting and look how wonky it is. It's so bad as if it was painted by Toyota. And also I decided to check out the levels and all the gaps between doors. And it turns out there's nothing to criticize. All these rubber seals are pretty simple, but nevertheless they're very clean and smooth. You can check it out yourself. So there's nothing to talk about. A reasonably priced car. However, still some of its elements are made better than in Maybach. Check this out. At least it's painted well, unlike it was on Maybach, though the Maybach cost 325,000 bucks, and this car costs 52,000. And also I have questions to this thing. Don't know if you can see it. There's definitely something wrong with it. It seems that it fell out of some groove or something. There's nothing crucial about it, but anyway, it shouldn't be like this. So if we talk about these rubber seals, or plastic covering, or any gaps or measuring, everything is more than perfect. I mean everything, there's nothing to stick to. I just can't find any screw up I could stick to and reproach this car and slap its ass. Okay, it's not the best materials. The plastic is rather cheap. It's not expensive, but this is leather. And these guys who work on leather products professionally, and also they make and work on car seats, they checked it out and said it's very cool. So this is a very good new leather seat. By the way, I have just found out that making a car seat is the most expensive thing in the car interior. Did you know that? I didn't. And also on high speeds, the hood holds firm and doesn't jump like it happens on G-Wagons or GLs. It's also very hard to stick to anything under its hood, because neither I see any scrubs here. The only thing I don't like here is this dirt. It's exactly the same as it was in Toyota Camry. And also there's no fingerprints inside of these headlights. That's my favorite BMW feature. And just look at this rubber seal. Just look how smooth and clean it is. It's perfect and precise. And it goes all the way there. Nothing sticks out of anywhere. All the gaps and the width is perfectly done. A very good job. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the sunroof, but I'll better show you. Check this out. So I'm praising you, bitch. What? You are a foxy Korean bastard. No noise. Lots of noise. I'll drive it like this. For 52,000 I'll drive it like this. Fuck it. On such a bumpy road, this car behaves itself very good. We're not driving too fast. And it feels soft and smooth. It feels very comfortable. Right now we're driving up the hill and I'm going to accelerate. And it does everything very calmly. It does it with an effort. It doesn't look like an easy task for a diesel engine. Well, it feels quite confident when it's already on the go. But when it's three-person inside like now, and while it's just gaining the speed, it feels difficult for it to overtake. You have to think twice before doing it. So of course, BMW's engine is much better, but that's a different price segment. I consider this car a very good product, and that's why I'm not only recommending you buy it, I'm going to buy it myself. This is a wonderful automobile and this is my opinion, and I confirm it with a buy. That's right, I bought myself this automobile. So, it has lots of interesting modes, and the first one is the connection with your passengers. When I press this button and start talking, the microphone catches it and the multimedia system adds my voice to the rear dynamics. And your kids, for example, can hear you better. And also there's a quiet mode, and if this one's on, the multimedia system plays music quietly, only here in this front zone, but it won't play any music in the back. That can be useful if your kids are asleep, so Kia cares about your family. How can I not respect these Korean guys for that? Fuck all the critics who say I'm getting paid for praising Kias. Hey man, what kind of a car is that? Jeez, is that a Lada? This thing looks amazing. What kind of a model is that? I'm not sure, but it seems that it goes a little bit sideways. Guys, please don't bring your cars to such a condition. What's up guys, tell me please how much fuel you left. A quarter of a tank. So it seems to be twice economic. We've been driving this car in the same regime with a 5-liter G-Wagon. We've been driving together all the way and still we have half a tank. Same distance with the same speed. And it seems that we're gonna have twice more fuel remain. I found a very uncomfortable feature. Well, at least for me. Hey, don't growl. Please don't growl. Don't growl, man. Stop growling, I'm telling you. So, I was talking about lots of these safety systems, which all these new cars are stuffed with. And I'm talking about the side collision and all of these fast approaching sensors that catches every single object, no matter what it is, whether it's in front or behind you. And some of the systems are fully autonomic, and they can even make the car brake themselves, in case if they see any obstacle or danger on the road. And I know that can be life-saving, especially if you didn't notice any of that yourself. And I'm not gonna blame the systems for anything. But there's one little thing I'm pissed off with, because I'm getting pissed off with them even in BMWs. But in BMWs, I can at least press one button, hold it for 3 seconds, and switch all of their systems off, I mean all of them. But unfortunately, all of these Kias, even though I like them, but all of them have a big f*** up. What I'm trying to say is that if I want to switch the systems off, You have to accomplish a huge quest of manipulations, and at first you have to go to this menu. In the menu you have to go settings. In the settings you have to go car settings. There you have to find an active assistant. And only there you have to switch every single system off separately, and you will have to do it every single time when you start the car. And I'm not enjoying it at all. I hate this thing, it makes me angry, and I hope that one day the guys from Kia hear my cry, hear my complaints, and make one single button for it and make it remember my settings. That would be handy. And now let's talk about other buttons. The design of the interior is same reserved and same simple. It doesn't look expensive. Same as the appearance of this automobile. And my compliments for these headlights. They look very stylish. On the right side of the central console there's a very interesting button. It even looks more like a puck. And I guess they've stolen it from a Range Rover. At least it so much reminds me of their response system. So when you start the car, it stands in a comfort mode as a default, and then you can choose the mode you need, and that's Eco or Sport mode. But everything changes when you press the central button. And when you press it, the car will show you 3 extra modes. And also, you can switch a low gear, which is all-wheel drive of course. You can do that with one single button, and that's comfortable. So am I happy with this buy, you may wonder? Sure, and first of all I bought this car on credit. And actually, they proposed me very good credit terms. Of course, I'm not gonna go into details, because I don't want people to say that I'm promoting someone, so f*** it. Anyway, when I was looking for a car, I wanted a big and comfortable car. I was also considering a Genesis, but I found it too expensive. Frankly speaking, this automobile doesn't have any new or breakthrough technologies. I'm just trying to be objective, so there's nothing of that kind. But everything you see here is perfected. Everything is intuitive. Everybody knows about the weak points of these automobiles. Everybody knows how to use it and how to fix it if anything breaks. The body, the engine, the gearbox and the wheels. And that's actually it. And it makes me happy to realize that this car is a perfect tool for its owner, and she can travel anywhere she wants with her mom and dog. So love and care about your family. Look after them. Because these people are the most important thing you've got. I even wanted to go to the church and pray for the health of Kia's engineers, but realized that would be too much, so I'll just address my next words to Kia, because I sincerely wish you all guys to finally destroy Toyota completely, because everything that remains from Toyota today is just memories, and today's Toyota is not the Toyota we used to love. It's not what it used to be. This brand is not same reliable as it was before. With time, everyone will understand it. And every single year, with every single model, the market is pressing on you. They want you to buy what you don't really need. There are plenty of different cars and Kia is one of them. And they also try to press on you. But I always try to realize what I actually get for some particular sum of money. And if I pay 52,000 bucks for a car, I always compare it to what I could have get instead of it, and for 52,000 bucks this car is the best buy. And I respect Kia for its tactic and its philosophy, because the path they have chosen is not easy. It's not easy at all, because they're fighting Toyota and many other competitors, by the way, and Kia is their distant rival, and their tactic and philosophy is their working weapon, and that's why they have good sales. Some people, and maybe even representatives of other car brands, may say, wait a minute Davidich, do you know how many cars we sell every year? Yes, you do, but it won't last forever, and one day people will understand that they can get a car that's not worse for much lower price. And famous brands who are selling shitty cars will suck their balls. The city we're in right now is called Tula, and we're standing at the Weapon Museum. And that's for a reason, because as I have said before, I really consider Kia's tactic and philosophy a weapon. They do extremely good cars with best configuration for a modest price. My name is Davidich. Goodbye.